Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Last time we had another attack happen, and we killed the enemy commander, and Hiroko went ahead and absorbed all of his power, which was weird. And now Eito is learning about the fact that Surrey was found cut to pieces in a garbage can. What? No way.
Series dead? How? When I found that piece of his badge, I figured something must have happened.
Right.
But I never expected it to be this bad.
Is that the same broken, like, yes, there's, so I'm looking at the piece, but I want to say that the piece that we found was bigger than that. Like, I don't think, maybe I'm going crazy and I just haven't seen the sprite in a while, the image of the broken piece that was found. But I want to say that the broken piece was like more of a 2/3 sort of thing. Like, I don't know if those two pieces are the same pieces. I don't know, my brain is like, is there two of them? Are there multiple series running around?
Who could have done this?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. It's thanks to the clue you gave us that we were able to find Surrey.
Hey!
I just wish it hadn't been like this. But what about the agreement we had with him? He said we'd be allowed to go home after 100 days. He was even going to tell us the truth about everything. Now we'll never find out why we were chosen. Or what's being kept in the defense room. I thought you were against believing anything Surrey told us. I was, but once I saw there was no way of getting back to the complex on our own, I realized there must be some truth in what he said. Whatever he was going to tell us next, I'm sure would have been worth hearing at least. Maybe he's got a spare, like another body that whoever's controlling him can jump into. If he did, he'd have done that already. Right, I'm sorry. I ought to be put in solitary confinement for asking stupid questions. We're basically no better off than we were before. Are we really supposed to sit around with no one to tell us why we're here or what we're doing? There's not a lot else we can do. We've proven pretty definitively we can't get home on our own. Besides, we're fighting to save mankind and all that shit. We can't just quit and let the whole world go to hell. That's if that explanation wasn't a lie. We never got the chance to hear the whole truth. Whew, what a pickle. Sounds like we're going around in circles again. Can I be excused? It's been a rough day and I need my beauty sleep. You're part of this too, you know. And you didn't even do anything today. A good night's sleep might help us see things more clearly. At any rate, it's getting late. We're all tired. To tell you the truth, after everything that's happened today, I'm starting to feel a little unsteady on my feet. It was a pretty fierce battle. So we're calling it here for today? Yes, I think that would be best. I'd like some time to process all of this. We're done talking then? Sweet! I kind of tuned out after the first few minutes anyway. Ouch. Okay. Having successfully made it through our second battle in defense of the school, we went back to our rooms to rest up. Alrighty. Cool. I collapsed onto my bed and lay there, staring at the ceiling and pondering the same questions over and over. Defend the school for 100 days, then return home. That's what Surrey said. But now that he's gone, was there anyone left to hold up that end of the deal? When our time was up, would someone else show up and take us back to our old familiar residential complex? Will I really get to see Kaora again? Good question. Oh, was that my doorbell? Who could it be at this hour? Okay. I got to my feet and opened the door. Standing just outside was a familiar face. Sorry to disturb you. I know it's late. Oh, hey, Eito. What's up? Nothing. I just wanted to say thank you. With all the craziness today, I never got the chance to tell you how grateful I am. You're exaggerating. If anything, I should be thanking you for bailing us out when the commander had us pinned down. You saved my life, Takumi. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Seriously, it's fine. You don't have to go all dramatic on me. I know I'm basically doing the same voice for both of them, but I don't have a lot of voices in my pocket. Or my vocal cords. And most of the ones that I do are not good for my voice. Or the characters. I'm not very good at making friends, so I tend to spend a lot of time in my own head. Maybe that's made me a little stubborn. But thanks to your actions, I've managed to realize something very important. Sometimes it may seem like we're all alone in the world, helpless to fight back against the forces that control our destinies. But the thing is, we're not alone. Not really. As a group, we can accomplish so much more than we can as individuals. There's no hardship we can't overcome. So long as we have each other. Right. It's not that I disagree with anything he's saying, but it's so awkward hearing it spelled out like that. I don't know how I'm supposed to respond. And then there's hemoanima. If we think of it less as a weapon and more of a tool to protect one another, then maybe it's not so bad after all. Yeah, I guess not. I may not know what the right thing to do is yet, but I hope we can figure it out together. By combining our strengths, our skills, and our knowledge, I'm sure we can make it through this. I'll fight alongside you from now on. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. You can count on me, Takumi. Having said his piece, Eito extended his hand toward me, an expectant smile on his face. Aww. Shaking hands at this point felt a little redundant, not to mention overly formal. Embarrassing as it was, I still appreciated the gesture. I grasped his hand and gave it a firm shake. Thanks. Same here. All right. I just wanted you to know that. Thanks for hearing me out. Excuse me. I think I should go. I'm starting to feel queasy again. You shouldn't have pushed yourself like this. Go get some rest. I think I'll do that. Sorry for keeping you up so late. Good night, Takumi. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, same to you. Yeah, all right. Good night. Fighting for our friends. As corny as it sounds, Eito's right. Things are pretty bad right now, but at least we still have each other. We just have to remember that we're not alone. True, true. And so our 7th day at Last Defense Academy, the day of our second real battle here, drew to a close. Okay. Day 8. Alright, so what's gonna happen now?
Prepare to be ready to give you a lot.
Obviously Surrey has to come back somehow, at some point. Even with Surrey gone, his automated announcements keep playing like nothing's changed. We'll need to discuss what we do from here on, now that we're on our own. I should go to the cafeteria and meet up with everyone there. Okay, right. Okay. Another day, another delicious meal. How can you eat at a time like this? What better time is there? Now that Surrey's gone, we can enjoy any food we want, anytime we want. This taco rice set meal is simply delectable. I've never eaten rice this fluffy before. That's the part you're enjoying? It's even better if you put whipped cream on top. It really gives the dish an extra layer of sweetness. Does taco rice need to be sweet? Our conversation was interrupted by Hiroko clearing her throat just loud enough to demand our attention. My apologies for spoiling your fun, but could you listen to me for a moment? I have an important announcement to make. All right. What was it you wanted to tell us, Hiroko? Well, it's about our future plans. I'm assuming nobody has come up with anything yet. Yeah, I didn't exactly like Surrey barking orders at us, but without him, we don't really have a lot of direction. Eito proved we can't escape on our own, so why don't we just cut loose and do whatever? Or we can keep fighting and see who gets the biggest killing streak. Loser has to slit their wrists right across their stomach. Are they cutting their wrists or their stomach? Never mind, I don't want to know. Yeah, you should probably just ignore her when she talks about that. Why are we even talking about this? If the school falls, mankind's done for. We gotta stay and fight, commanding officer or not. We don't know for sure if that's true, or if we'll still get to go home when the time's up. We'll be in big trouble if we have to stay here forever. Sharing a living space with a bottom-feeding parasite like me is sure to depress you. I wonder how mankind is going to be wiped out exactly. Hard to say. It must have something to do with whatever's in the defense room, though. Survey could have had the courtesy to tell us that much before he got himself killed. I'll be taking charge of the school in Survey's absence. Follow my orders and we'll be fine. Oh. Huh? Hiroko spoke in such a matter-of-fact way, slipping it into the conversation so casually, I didn't even register what she said until a few seconds later. Wait, what? You're going to what? I said I'll be taking charge of the school in Survey's absence. If you follow my orders, we'll be fine. Oh, hell no. Why's it gotta be you? We need a leader to help organize us, to give us purpose and direction. Without proper discipline, we'll never win the war against the invaders. The war? I've told you time and time again. This is war. We can't afford to lose. For the sake of victory, you'll have to cast aside any and all unnecessary sentiments. Hope, despair, joy, fear. You don't need them anymore. You don't need to know why we're here or what we're protecting. You don't even need to think. Just do as I say and fight. Just fight? That's a little depressing. Almost more than depressing Turtle Boy over there.
Oh.
I can't remember his name, so I just called him Turtle Boy. The invader attacks are only going to get worse from here on out. We need to be at our best and match them blow for blow. That means everyone here must fight. If you want to make it out of this alive, you have to be willing to put your life on the line. Risk your life to save your life. Kill others so that you may survive. This is what it means to be at war. Right. Nobody had any response to that. Hiroko's stance was an extreme one. There was no doubt about that, but nothing about it stood out as wrong either. Given the extreme circumstances we were in, it might even be the most logical way for us to proceed. Violent, heartless, but logical nonetheless. Well, that tends to be the problem with the logical approach. Doesn't really have a lot of heart. And usually these types of stories need that. There you have it. That's how things are going to work from now on. You may resume your meaningless prattle. Now that I'm in charge, you can rest easy. I will not allow us to lose. The cafeteria fell silent in the wake of that bombshell of an announcement. We didn't have the heart to make small talk anymore. The atmosphere was just too oppressive. Yeah. Eventually, our new leader said she wanted to go and think through some new battle strategies, and left us there alone. Feeling deflated, we gradually dispersed and went back to our rooms. Okay. Hiroko in charge. I can't imagine anyone else could keep us all in line. But still, all that stuff about not thinking and just following orders doesn't sit right with me. I feel like surrendering all control to her would be a bad idea. I need to do something to take my mind off all of this. I've got plenty of free time. Maybe I'll just wander around and look for something to do. Right. Okay. So, we can spend time with her for math. Or linguistics. Okay. You know what? I want to spend time with Eito. Hey, buddy. Hello, Takumi. Would you like to study with me? Sure. You're always so serious. What are you studying today? Lately, I've been looking into the history of the scythe. My hemo-anima takes the shape of the scythe, so I thought I should brush up. The history of the scythe? Is that even remotely interesting? The rabbit hole goes deeper than you think. It only gets more interesting the more I research. They were originally for agricultural purposes, but then came to be used as a weapon during revolts. Oh. So, you see, that's why those in power at the time couldn't forbid anyone from owning a scythe. Right. Thus, scythes started to be seen as religious symbols. Now, the thing about scythes in the modern day is... No, genuinely, I'm actually curious about this. Can we just have 5 hours of Eito explaining the history of the scythe? I would do an episode of that. Eito excitedly shared his knowledge of scythes over the course of several hours. Calculation went up by 3, analysis went up by 3. Cool. Free time. Alright. So we could spend time with him. You know what? What is she doing out here? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so she's meditating again. Let's... you know what? I'm gonna spend time with you. You can explore outside the school using the fire extinguishers in the entrance hall. You can only go exploring in the morning as it will take up the entire day. You'll be able to obtain more BP and materials as you explore. For more details, check the manual by the entrance hall. Takumi, want to take a ride with me? Sure, let's go! A ride? Sounds fun. Do I just get on your bike? Huh? Hell nah. I never ride 2 asses to a seat. Then how am I gonna ride with you? Ain't it obvious? You're gonna leg it. Run beside my bike. There's no way I could keep up. I'm not trying to set a running record. I was just playing, man. I'll let you ride behind me. Just be careful not to fall off. Why didn't you just say that? After that, I enjoyed a ride with Takamaru. Okay, endurance and mobility up by 3. Cool.
You never know. Well then.
Good night. Looks like another day is over. Back home in the residential complex, I used to stay up playing video games and watching random videos online until late. I don't have nearly as many things to distract or entertain me now. Once night falls, all I can really do is go to sleep. True. And so, my 8th day as at last Defense Academy drew to a close. Did I just say clothes? Instead of clothes? I think I did. Oops.
Get ready for your ninth day. Prepare to spend another day ready to give
right. Yep, okay, got it. Yep, good. It's morning. Hiroko's in charge now. But what does that mean? Are our lives here going to be all that different from before? Anyway, I should head over to the cafeteria. Oh my, wait. Hello. Morning, Tsubasa. Yeah, morning. You on your way to the cafeteria? Me? No, Sorry, I really gotta get going. What was all that about? She's acting weird. Okay. So... I shouldn't go into someone else's room without permission. It's just common sense. Okay. It's interesting that they are actually showing that they're there now. Oh, that's odd. Okay, so everyone that's not fighting is in their rooms. Hiroko put them on house arrest until they've agreed to fight? Because that's certainly what it feels like. Huh? Is it just us today? Yeah, real slim pickings, huh? Is it me or are the ones who are missing the cowards who refuse to fight? Yes, that's right. They usually come here in the morning. Why didn't they today? because I told them not to. They're not allowed to use the cafeteria anymore. Huh? What? Why would you do that? Last Defense Academy exists to protect humanity from the invaders. Anybody who won't contribute to that effort doesn't deserve to use its facilities. Isn't that pretty harsh, though? The way things are now, they'll never come around. It's time to start cracking the whip. I'm not going to let up until they shape up and start showing some spine. Let up on what exactly? You're in no position to be worrying about others. I need you to be ready to defend against invader attacks at a moment's notice. Our time is precious. You will not waste it. Is that understood? Whew, okay. I really hope Surrey comes back and takes over. Without waiting for an answer, Hiroko got to her feet and left, as unshakably confident as ever. Damn! It's gonna be all business from now on, huh? This is madness!
Hey!
It does sound pretty Spartan. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. Trying to force our friends to fight might only make things worse. Not like they got any excuse to keep hanging back. None of us get any real choice here. It's like Hiroko said. That's what being at war is all about. I get you though. There's such a thing as going too far. Wonder how else she's gonna put the pressure on them. I have a bad feeling about this. Definitely. It's a little cruel. We ate the rest of our breakfast in silence. We were all feeling uneasy about what would happen to the rest of the group going forward. Once we were done eating, we went back to our rooms. Okay. I'm worried about what else Hiroko might be planning. But it's been a couple of days since the last attack, and I'm starting to get antsy. I'd prefer not to just sit around. Fair. Okay, Eito's out there. They are all stuck in their cabins. Okay. I think we're gonna spend time with Eito. You seem like you're in a good mood today. Did something happen? I hung my laundry to dry on the rooftop fence, and it worked amazingly. Everything came out so soft, and it smells incredible. Did you use scented fabric softener or something? No, I think it's just the smell of the sunlight. I've never smelled anything like it in the TCR. And as you know, there's no sky there. If laundry day is this nice, maybe our time here won't be so bad after all. I can't believe he is this excited about a good load of laundry. True. Does Eito enjoy housework? Possibly. Calculation and analysis up by 3. Alright. I feel like... Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna go training room. So first off, let's go ahead and get Judge up to level 2. Okay, so we don't have math. Okay, so we really can't get anything because we need to get more. Oh, and we don't even have a new thing. Okay, so in that case, we should probably just spend more time with people. But I don't know if I agree with Hiroko's way of doing things, so I'm just gonna spend time with Eito. Takumi, do you think we could bring the Rationomatic back to the TRC with us? Why? If we had this machine, everyone would be able to eat delicious meals every day. We can't keep such a convenient technology all to ourselves. We need to find a way to take this back for the betterment of society. Eito is always thinking of others. I could really stand to learn from his thoughtfulness. Fair, fair. Alright.
You never will then.
Off to the next day. that time again, huh? Hiroko's plan to pressure the others into fighting still had me worried. She's already banned them from the cafeteria. What would she do next? Whatever it is, I hope it's nothing too extreme. Well, they kind of seem to be spending their entire days in their cabins, so... Dreading what the morning might bring, I slipped into an uneasy sleep, ending my 9th day at Last Defense Academy. Right. And day 10. A 10th of the way there. Wow! It's going quick.
Up and out! Get ready for your 10th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Wow! Look at you guys, making it into double digits.
Thanks!
In honor of this milestone, I'm giving you access to the rec room and the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor.
Well, that's conveniently timed to give Hiroko something to take away. Rec room and leisure lounge.
I'll tell you all about how they work in person. See you there!
You're dead! New facilities, huh? I doubt that in-person explanation is going to happen, though. We've only been here 10 days. It feels like a lot longer. We're really just getting started. And without Surrey, there's a chance we could be here even longer than on 100 days. No, I can't think like that. I have to believe I'll get through this and go home. Back to the Tokyo residential complex. Back to Karawa.
Hey!
It'll all work out somehow. It always does. The morning announcement said the rec room and leisure lounge had been unlocked now. Maybe I should go check them out. Fair. Yep, they're still in their things. Okay. Well, let's go take a look at these, and then that'll probably be as much time as we have for the episode. Defense room. Leisure lounge. Oh. Oh my. That is a large pool. This must be the leisure lounge. Looks like a nice place to relax. It's got a pool and everything. And a workout facility. I like it. Huh? Not you. I'm talking about the room. Yeah, I figured that much. You wouldn't refer to me as it, would you? It's important to take time to rest and recover. Too much work can have a negative impact on your health. Huh. That's surprising. I guess even Hiroko likes to let her hair down every now and again. Wipe that expression off your face. You can look at me like that all you want. I'm not getting into the pool with you. What? What kind of expression did I have? I prefer to relax on my own. Please understand. That's fine with me. I feel like leisure time with Hiroko would just descend into an intensive training session anyway. That's fair. Okay. A lot of good training equipment here. Swimming in a pool after training sounds like pure bliss. Right. Rec room! So this is the rec room. Whoever built this place really did think of everything. It's one of the most normal places I've seen here, to be honest. It's not hard to imagine a fancy academy having a room like this. Are you sure? This is just a casino. Why would a normal school have a casino? Hey, Takumi. You're scoping out the rec room too, huh? I thought this would be a fun place to hang out for sure. It's a major disappointment, though. There's no edgelord manga, or misery porn anime, or hardcore eroges or anything. I'd be more worried if there was. Are we even going to be able to use some of this equipment now that Surrey's not here to tell us how it all works? Don't worry, he left behind some manuals and stuff. Eita's reading one right now. I'm not so great with all those big words. Or small ones. Or, phonic awareness in general? I don't know what that word is. Really. And don't even get me started on my poor focus and lack of vocabulary. She's surprisingly thorough in her understanding of her shortcomings. Ouch. That's a huge machine. What is it for? Okay, what do we got, Eito? Eito's intently scanning the pages of that book. I wonder if he's figured anything out. Is that one of the manuals? What's it say? It seems to be for that device over there. Oh, that. Right. What exactly is that? It doesn't look like any machine I've seen before. According to this, it's called a giftomatic. A gifto what now? Let me read you the introduction from the manual. True to its name, the giftomatic is used to manufacture presents, charitable donations, and other doodads. Step 1. Select an item from the machine's extensive database. Step 2. Insert the required materials. Step 3. The item you requested pops out, whole and complete. Take advantage of this miracle of modern engineering to express your gratitude and affection towards your comrades and strengthen your esprit de corps. Sure. That's about the size of it. A gift-making machine. Kind of a weird idea, isn't it? Perhaps. But assuming it actually works as advertised, it's pretty impressive. I looked at the list of available items. It can make clothes, shoes, household goods, and even more complex stuff like auto parts and high-spec electronics. How about gory movies? Or games that were banned for being too extreme? Yes, actually. Seriously? It really is extensive. It sounds like magic. Or alchemy, maybe. I wonder how it works. Then again, the Revive-O-Matic is just as much of a mystery, and that hasn't stopped us from using it. Honestly, or the Ration-O-Matic or whatever, too. Yeah, I guess not. Do you think giving gifts would help to alleviate some of the tension around here? I don't know. The differences between the fighters and non-fighters are a little too deep-seated to resolve that easily. You're probably right. What a pity. Gift making has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. Okay, I think I've looked at all the new rooms I have access to now. Maybe I'll go back to my room and think about what to do next. Okay, cool. A rec room and a leisure lounge. Honestly, I'm not sure how much chance we'll have to use them. What other kind of rooms does this school have that we don't know about? When will we get to see them? I still have some free time today. What should I do next? Good question. The rec room has been unlocked. You can now make gifts. By giving characters their preferred gifts, your student activities will further boost your grades. Giving your classmates different kind of presents to find out what they like best. You'll need BP and materials to make gifts. In addition, you will need key items to make certain gifts. Key items can be obtained from treasure chest spaces and through progressing the story. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. That we probably aren't going to be able to make anything right now. Depressing arrow game. Oh, gosh. Get notes on a depressing story to unlock. I see. A movie where a monster attacks people when a certain date and day of the week align. Became a series after blowing up. Alright. Cool. Book cover, glasses stand. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we can really... We can make a Rubik's Cube! It's actually called a Rubik's Cube! What the frick? That's kind of surprising. I would have thought it'd be Puzzle Cube or something. Alright. Who would like this? Probably Eito.
This could actually be pretty useful. Thank you, Takumi.
Calculation and analysis went up by 4. Each character has their own preferred items. Gifting these will maximize the increase to your grades. You can check each character's preferred items in their report cards, and you'll be given hints as you do student activities. There's a first-time bonus for any gifts you make for the first time, so gather up those hints and make all the gifts you can. Fair enough. Okay. Well, you know, I would like to look at my report card. Or is it? It's not. Oh no, it is. There we go. So I see. So I'm not really sure how this works in terms of increasing stuff. Interesting. And then we can, if we go to their report cards, we can... question mark, food. Question mark, items, books, tools, items, ornaments, tools, food. Okay, fascinating. Alright, well, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Because we're about at time if we're wanting to keep this short. And who knows, if I go do free time, tomorrow might be plot. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know down in the comments below and maybe leave a like. And if you want to catch the next episode as it comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe. But for now, that's it. So, see ya!